Hey, all right.
Good evening, Melrosians the world over. I'm Tom Catalini.
I'm Jen LeClaire.
I'm Sam Hammer.
And I'm Tom Shampoo. I'm not going to cut you off, Sam Hammer. Sorry.
And this is Let's Talk Melrose. Melrose, a show where Melrosians talk to Melrosians about Melrose, and we are in the spirit tonight, although it's getting a little warm with this cozy scarf over here, but anything for TV.
Yes, exactly.
Except I can't find my hat, so I apologize.
Well, maybe
keep up with all of you.
Did you lose it in the fells?
I possibly did, I guess. Who knows? Oh,
You're up there all the time.
I'm up there often. I was up there today. I'm up there quite often. Are we going to go right into my story? All right. Yeah. Well, I was very pleased. I mentioned, I think before, volunteering now for the Friends of the Fells to give hike leader. I did my first hike on Sunday, and I had a very special Melrose guest join me for this hike.
Okay, the guessing games are my favorite. Here's how this works. We get to guess, and then you have to give a clue, and then we guess again. That's how
I have clues, but I also wrote down who I think is going to get the answer.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm guessing Mike Karaji.
Oh, no, it's not Mike Karaji.
Okay.
Wait. When do I guess? And what's the clue?
Right, do you want a clue first? I'll give you a clue.
No.
We each guess.
Okay, go.
Each guess.
I'm going to say Catherine Clark.
No. Good guess.
Oh gosh. Somebody not from our neighborhood, like.
Time's up. Let's go.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, move along.
All right. Quick. A quick clue.
Yeah.
Children and adults love this person.
Mike Zwerko.
I don't know. He's not. He's no longer in the zip code.
I was gonna say. I would say Tom Catalini.
Right. Was it me?
Was it Paul? Was it Paul?
No.
Paul.
Here's another clue. If you want this person, you need to book this person.
Book.
Alistair?
Nope.
Book. Library. He's talking library.
Oh.
Book.
No, I don't think so.
Children and adults. That's a very broad audience.
Is it a library?
Right.
Ginny Rowe.
Nope. Last clue.
Okay.
It's a song clue. If you could read my mind, love.
If I could read your mind, I'd know the answer.
That's exactly right. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to just give the answer.
We only got a half an hour on this show. Let's go.
Tom Kennedy was so close. And his library is Linda Gardner. The library. How great. It was nice to see her hiking with us. We talked about the library. We talked about the renovation coming up and all this fun
great.
stuff. She was great to see. I enjoyed her very much. It was nice.
We just met her for the first time. Actually, I totally forgot to put this on our thing.
Yep, good segue.
Yes.
And she mentioned that when we were talking. She's like, "Oh, she did." She said, "Jen and Sam just gave a presentation to the Rotary Club."
Well, what did she say? Yeah,
she said it could have been better. She said it could have been better.
she's probably not wrong. So we did. So Sam and I. Bill Butler was kind enough to invite Sam and I to Rotary lunch. We had delicious pizza, Rotary lunch on Friday to talk about Melrose together. It was hysterical because
where does the Rotary order pizza from? Is that highly controversial? How does that work?
It's different every time.
Maybe they change it, but this time it was Theo's Pizza, which is one of my favorites, and it's delicious.
They had your buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we were invited to talk about the work that we all do along with Linda Apple and Jess Dugan and others for Melrose Together. But what was funny is that they the whole time just could not accept that we weren't there to talk about Let's Talk Melrose. They kept
the brand is strong in Melrose.
But they get together. I was shocked they get together every week.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
Really?
Week. Yes. And
it's a lunch meeting, right?
Lunch.
It was delightful.
Every week.
So my father-in-law is a Rotarian, and he had explained that to me many years ago. It's not only is it weekly, but when you travel, you can go to any other Rotary club. So he would, whenever he was out of town, out of state, whatever, he would go to the local Rotary meeting. So they love it.
And they invite you.
Well, they do great work, and it was really fun to kind of hear about some of the work that they're doing, and we were flattered to be invited to talk about Melrose together. So it's
fantastic.
Cool. Yeah.
What were the like 2 or 3 bullet points from this presentation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what did you guys present?
Sam?
We talked about the things that we started with during the early COVID days, trying to connect neighbors with our friends at the sea.
Is this the dancing unicorn? Was that a Melrose?
That came up.
Yep, that did come up as well. The work we do feeding, housing families with the meal kits. But then we talked about the future plans as well, including some public art that they were super interested in. And
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice
And
job.
sort of how it came together and how we organize and we sort of rely on partners because there's no budget for this stuff, but that you don't always need that. And it's,
Wow.
many
All
hands.
the positive energy you're outputting into the community is amazing. Corralling it, expanding it.
it's unlimited. It's unlimited.
Yes.
It is. It's powerhouse. Powerhouse.
All right, we can skip this next one. We should get into the news. That's just that one.
Wait, it says Jen's upcoming nuptials. How are we skipping that?
How are you going to skip that?
What is that?
Congratulations.
Are you
Thank you so much.
Are you guys redoing your vows?
No. And it's going to be canceled anyway. But so my daughter, Clara, who's at UConn, she would kill me. It's a good thing she doesn't watch the show. She would kill me if she knew I was telling this story. But my daughter, Clara, who's a student at UConn, her last final is on this Saturday. And she wanted to come home earlier than that. So she could petition to get her exam moved if she has an excuse. And of all the things that someone could possibly come up with as a excuse petition to change your exam, she told them, my mother's getting remarried.
My mother, not my parents.
Right.
My mother.
Right. I was like, what?
You know what that shows? That's a sign of a well-seasoned liar.
Well,
Yes.
no,
Excellent.
No, it's not, because so first of all, I was like, if this triggers some sort of financial aid inquiry, I'm going to kill you. But secondly, I said, that's ridiculous. They are totally going to call your bluff on this. And sure enough, she was denied. So what is that? I said to her, I was like, what does that tell you? Like, you told them that your mother was getting married and they said, no, that means they know you're totally full of shit.
Kudos to you, Clara Martin, and I am toasting her with my new favorite drink, Jen, the bourbon and ginger ale.
Bourbon and ginger ale.
Yes, for the
You're
cherry.
welcome. Well, so you don't need to get me anything.
You're all set.
So you know, yeah,
I'll send it back.
Yeah,
I'll send the crystal back.
Thank you. Anyway, all right. So that's that. Let's get on with it, for goodness sake.
There we go.
And now for the news. Where's the photo? I do miss the photo. It feels like you shouldn't start.
There we go.
Hey, there it is. The newsies are in town. All right. Tomcat has the first item here, which is the upcoming COVID booster clinic in Melrose at Memorial Hall on this Monday, December 20th, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Anybody 18 or older who needs is eligible for their booster. At least, if you got your second shot at least 6 months ago or your single shot J&J, they're offering both the Pfizer and Moderna. I don't know how to advise you which one to pick. Speak to your doctor. But we are very fortunate to have this in Melrose. So we got appointments for our kids who are coming home from college for the Christmas break. Yep. Stephanie and I got our boosters before Thanksgiving. She got hers a little bit earlier. So we're in good shape. But I heard several people at work talking about the difficulty in finding appointments. And people are worried about gathering for the holidays, and they're searching. So there's 3 or 4 people at work. I said, hey, try this. And there's still open appointments as of tonight that people were coming to Melrose and getting the appointment. So there's capacity there. It's perfect. It's perfect timing, right going into the holidays. Both shots are available. There's some discussion, I don't know if you should get the same one or mix and match. There's all kinds of articles you could read on that, but you should certainly get some kind of booster. And Melrose is just making it very, very convenient. to do it right there at Memorial Hall, the
Yes,
site
sure
of the Melrose Symphony and the Melrose Wrestling Federation, and all kinds of things happen inside that hall.
The Melrose Wrestling Federation. I'd go to that.
There's a spectrum of events that are housed in those hallowed walls, and this clinic is one of them. So the link, hopefully we can share it out. It's on cityofmelrose.org. It's a little bit buried, but the link to the actual page, if we could share that, or these registration links, it'd just go right there and get it done.
Yep. Several Martins. We're all getting ours done. So it'll be good.
Nice.
All right. You want to?
Sam's pasting.
Sam's busy. We're gonna.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We'll skip ahead. Let's talk about Luminary Night is coming up in Melrose, and then we'll go back. Go back to Sam.
Is this, or am I supposed to do some like intellectual speaking on this night or something? Is that what you mean by
yes? No, that would be Illuminary.
Return to the Dark Ages.
Right. Tom Sham, you want to talk about
Friday night? Coming up Friday
Tom?
the 17th. I will illuminate the folks on Luminary Night. There are several Melrose neighborhoods doing Luminary Night. I'm not sure how many. I know we are here at Russell Park, which is behind Lincoln School. This coming Friday night, the 17th. It is at 6 p.m., I believe. We're going to start. Why are you all laughing?
Because Sam had to go and turn her lights on her tree behind her.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
While you were talking about Luminary Night. We're not paying attention to what you're saying.
Oh, I'm not kidding. Oh, Liz. Was I speaking? I didn't even notice.
This is a tradition. This is Illuminati Night, yes. This is a tradition that was started up near the Horace Mann neighborhood. Our friend Erin Drogan, right? She started this. Anyway, yes.
It'll be happening over there.
Talking to.
In the world.
So anyway,
the instructions are on Melrose Together. We have two other neighborhoods that we know of that are doing it in addition to that. Mm-hmm. So yes, Illuminary Night. Luminary Night
all over the city. Well, and then the hope is that we grow this event to be worldwide. All right, Melrose Luminary Night.
Yeah, it's nice. It'll be fun. I'm looking for our neighborhood's doing it.
We did it last year. We went up to the Horace Mann neighborhood, and it was quite extensive. And we, parked the car. I think we drove up there, parked the car, and walked around for quite a bit. It was nice weather, and it was. It's more magical than I expected. You know what I mean? It's like what's to see? But it's a nice experience.
Yeah, it is good. Well, we're looking forward to it.
Yep, there'll be some neighbors walking around with hot cookies and cocoa, and it'll just be nice.
It'll be nice. And the weather is supposed to be a beautiful evening, so it'll be a nice night.
Did they have anything to eat? These people with the hot cookies?
Oh my gosh!
Hot cookies.
Yeah. Speaking of cookies,
that's a good band name.
That's a good band name.
Hot cookies.
Or a T-shirt. Hot cookies. Yeah. That's all you need.
Speaking of cookies. Little children like to eat cookies. Sam, what's going on at the schools?
Okay.
That's the best I got.
All right, good. So I probably have a reputation for being quite a persistent pain in the butt. But I did.
Just kidding.
That is creepy.
Oh, his head just turned.
Oh my God. Why would you put that thing in your house? That's
He's awesome, although he's broken right now. He does several things, which I can tell you.
But I don't want to know.
I don't think I'd want to be getting water in the middle of the night. That guy.
Oh my God.
So anyway, I think this may be either my first or second actual email to our school committee requesting a thing. I've never done. I don't usually do that. I don't usually ask for things.
What did you ask for?
You just tell them what's happening.
I just complain
about
it.
Just have that creepy Santa ask them. They'll do whatever he says.
Right.
So I asked for a few things. Well, the one this time was about a schedule change to our schools on the school calendar. So I expressed two things. One is it is very difficult for people who work, even whether you leave or work from home, to stop in the middle of a weekday, especially to go pick up your kids on a Wednesday half day. That is very hard, especially when I was working in the city and I had to stop work to get all the way home on a Wednesday. So I asked if they could move those half days to Fridays. That way it makes our lives easier. When I was a teacher, I had half-day professional developments on Fridays. They were fantastic because we could be together, we could decompress from the week, and we can sit there and learn professional development. Anyway, Wednesdays to Fridays, that was my first request.
I like that one.
Thank you.
Good idea.
The second one was about starting school maybe in unison after Labor Day. Those 2 days before Labor Day, there's like 2 get to know you days, and then a 4-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 days are a killer for my family. Anyway, they were in elementary school. My kids are like super anxious. Getting them in the school building the first time was hard enough, but then when you have 4 days off, that next Tuesday morning after Labor Day is the worst hour of school the entire year.
I always thought that was a good structure, the warm up, the 3-day week, 4-day week, 5-day week. I used to like that.
I appreciate the value of those days, but the schedule stinks.
Skip the first 2. Take control of your situation.
I wonder if a lot of families do that. I wonder if a lot of kids don't show up. Because it does feel like a false start. So it's interesting that you say that, Tom, Kat, because I also sort of just took it for what it's worth, and probably, to be honest, sort of took advantage of it. I remember not took advantage of it, but I remember thinking like, okay, these first 2 days are just like practice, like
getting used to the schedule.
Like next week, I'll worry about whether or not I've actually remembered to give my kid any lunch or something. It's like just get through these 2 days. But I've always so I'm sort of variable on that. But I do think like just a solid start, but after Labor Day is the key. I don't understand why we I think we're sort of creeping back that way, which is good, but why we start so early in August. I mean,
my Facebook friends in Atlanta, they start like in the second week of August.
Right.
Yeah,
Florida we did as well, because it's the temperature.
It's different. Right.
Although
so for here, people talk about wanting to get out early, but I don't understand that because June is terrible. Like, who cares about June? Like August, September are gorgeous. Let's stay here for that.
I have a problem with the fundamental structure, like the fact that like to qualify for everything, it's a matter of how many like classroom hours and stuff. It's a little bit. Yeah. It's just like because you can measure it that way, you do. And it's not necessarily ideal for the educational experience or whatever. And you guys are talking, I think, a little bit more about the logistical challenges. I bet, Sam, some people would find value like I did in the warm up and just getting the kinks out for a couple of days and not, starting with a 5-day week.
Did you see John's camera? Everybody just tell your teachers that your mom is getting remarried. That's a good strategy.
That's it. That's
but I'll just say the worst was a few years back when one kid had to be peeled off of they had their hands on the chain link fence, and they had to have their hands peeled off and then also peeled off my body while the other kid booked it down Pleasant Street and find their way, like they were hiding in somebody's yard on
oh my God.
So
how's that for our first day of school? That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
Sounds terrible. Oh my God.
But the second thing I want to talk about with schools is, all right, so tonight the school committee is meeting to review the BB school feasibility study report from architects and engineers, and it's like 100 pages long of a lot of information about tiles and asbestos and costs and whatever. But I think it's a great time to start to talk about this. Classes are children are spilling out of these buildings.
This was a talk before the pandemic. This is one of the last stories we were covering, was bringing that back online, and the other group had the lease, and there was all kinds of drama around that.
There was also a conversation around kindergarten only school somewhere, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was
so
all part of that same thing.
Yeah. So there were 2 options that they have proposed here. One is another K through 5. And the other is just pre-K and K in one building. The study says there's a preference for the first, K through 5, where you just have more cohorts of kids. But the costs were a little jarring. So a full renovation, getting everything up to code, and that includes windows, roof, and site renovation, site reconfiguration, could be upwards of $14.5 million.
Wow.
Yep. Code only renovation for the whole building gets is upwards of all that stuff, construction, et cetera, is with the roof and windows is around 10.6 million. Limited scope, so only 30% of the building, just to get some of the building usable appropriately, is a little over $2 million.
How old is that school?
How much to knock it down and start over?
Right. It's like the library discussion at a certain point.
Yeah. I mean, it does say that the value of the building is around $3.5 million, but excellent
as a
points.
structure.
Well, as a market value,
slightly more than Catherine Clark's house.
Let's open a new school at Catherine Clark's old house.
But I think now, it's a great time to, again, this community loves information. They love to get involved in things and be a part of the conversation. So this is happening.
Yeah.
I found out this afternoon that this was being discussed, but hopefully there'll be conversations to be had. There are other places we're talking about. There's a Massachusetts School Building Authority, which is kind of run out of the Treasury. They can come to the table with similar funding, like the library. So who knows what will happen, and it will take time. But anyway.
But yeah,
it needs
to be discussed, and we need to figure out regardless of whether it's that school or something else. The situation needs to be discussed. We need room.
It needs to be discussed because it does not need to be disgusting, and it sounds like it's disgusting right now. And we have to.
What are you, like Eminem? What is that?
Yes, I am.
I was going to ask a serious question, but I can't now follow up with that, so I got to leave it at Eminem.
Go ahead.
My statement was quite serious. I meant that.
Okay.
I just wanted to know what actually happens now in there, because I don't think I know the answer to that question.
That's a good question.
Is it open and people using it, or is it not being used? Because it used to be a school for a little while, but they moved out.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're still there or not, but there are pictures in this. And there are renderings of what the future classrooms could look like. There are actual pictures of what the building looks like today.
Yeah.
It would be to your point. It would be great if we could have some tours of the building so the community could better understand what we're investing in without just kind of speculating what it looks like. So
doesn't this end up on the whole capital plan with the police station and the fire station and the other stuff that was surfaced again when we were talking about the library, and you have to have a comprehensive plan. So it sounds like this has gotten bigger and a little bit more dramatic than right before the pandemic when it was being discussed.
I thought before pandemic some of the numbers were
like
discussed.
Hundreds of thousands. It wasn't this.
Right.
Yeah.
But this might be a better approach. Who knows?
Yeah.
I just want to suggest a mural for the side of the building. I think maybe this would work as a mural. You can just put that up there. All right.
Sure thing.
But it'll be fun to be a part of to see how this goes. So, yes,
all right,
great.
Let's stay on it.
Okay.
So another thing that I only just recently heard about, and maybe I'm just out of the loop, but did you guys know that there's a new like shared workspace kind of facility or whatever?
Did not.
I feel like now that I say that out loud, I'm feeling like maybe Sam, you told me about this. I wasn't listening to you, but it's on Main Street. I want to say, is it 441 Main Street? That's sitting in my head. But so there are conference rooms that you can rent. You can either become there's like a membership model, or you can buy one-day passes for either private offices or shared meeting spaces and conference room type spaces. Nice. It also includes they've filled the walls with local and regional artists, so that's kind of cool also. So standing desk option, kind of little modern postmodern Mad Men vibe to it. I think we should do a show out of there. We should. I just we're with the Cultural Council, we're sort of one of the things that we're doing right now is we're examining kind of available assets in Melrose, and certainly space. I mean, obviously these aren't performance spaces, so it's not like that. But any kind of space that's available to meet, work, have a small event of some sort, it's helpful to know about. So I was happy to learn about this.
And so, do we know which storefront it is? Like where it is?
It's I think it's on 441 Main Street.
I don't have my numbers memorized of what the buildings are.
Is that the new building for Coffee Tea and Me?
Oh, okay. All
right. It's on the third floor. It's upstairs.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you.
So I was just looking at the website. It looks very nice, and I don't really have any work to do, but I could see myself pacing the hallways with a cup of coffee and making small talk.
Small talk at the water cooler.
Making random demands of people. Give me some copies of this.
They're going to start charging. They're going to charge extra for that.
Loitering. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it did say on the citation. Now I know. Yes.
No, I'm saying it's going to be like an upgrade feature. Like, I could as a customer, like I can pay to use an office, or I could pay extra and be able to chat with Tom Catalini by the water cooler.
Right. But now what I don't understand, Jen, is should I bring my LTMM mug, or could I use any kind of polystyrene cup?
Well, until you can use anything you want, but then starting in January 2022, you're gonna want to have that Let's Talk Melrose mug on hand, because a new polystyrene ordinance, which they tried to do, I guess, during COVID, and it they had to hit pause on that because of all the, everybody was doing takeout and things like that. Again, that's what I assume is the reason. But that will be banned. Polystyrene, foam and rigid polystyrene will be banned as food and beverage packaging in Melrose.
Right.
So it's part of the zero. It's part of that stuff.
That's right.
That was
and styrofoam takeout containers too.
Takeout containers.
So this is part of zero waste Melrose.
Materials, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
What happens if you get it like from Amazon? It's delivered to your house, I guess. That's different, I guess, because it's coming from outside. But anyway, it's part of Zero Waste Melrose, and it will be implemented in January 2022 for larger businesses and July 2022 for small businesses. I don't know what the cutoff is. But.
So I've come around on this. I used to grouse about these things. It's silly and ineffective, but it really does help raise awareness. So to your point, like you start thinking about things shipped to your house or whatever, like there's all kinds of reasons why stuff like this can't work perfectly, but it does raise awareness. Like when we shifted to paper bags, it seems stupid and silly, or the whole straw thing. People are talking about that on Facebook, and it's a little bit nonsensical. But at the end of the day, I think it does raise some awareness and get you thinking about it for a minute. And that object that exists for 15 minutes to get my steak tip and rice home and eaten, and then it just has to go to a landfill somewhere and deteriorate.
Right. Yeah, right. There's a lot of plastic and other objects like that do have a lifespan of like an hour or less, right? It's the same with the old plastic grocery bags, same thing. So I'm glad that this is being moved forward. Yeah. I did a quick little search. I wanted to make sure that I understood the difference between polystyrene and styrofoam, for one thing. So I looked it up, and the answer is the same thing generally, but styrofoam is a brand name. Polystyrene,
like Kleenex.
Right. So polystyrene is the material, and styrofoam is what they make from that, and brand named it styrofoam. So there you go. So it's basically the same.
Interesting.
So smart.
Thank you, Tom, for illuminating us.
You bet.
Oh my God. All right.
Wow, what an educational evening it has been.
It has been.
It's been a roller coaster ride.
So really, really quickly, and then let's so stay tuned, because we have a special thing for guests for our viewers at the end. So hang with us for a minute.
Special holiday message.
A special holiday message.
Cheer.
So quick reminder about holiday charitable efforts that are still going on around the city this last week as we kind of head into the Christmas holidays. The Mayor's Diaper Drive is continuing through Friday, December 17th. You can drop off
a great name.
Unused. I know. I really want to make the flyer for next year. City Hall, or drop off at City Hall or library. The Preziosa family is collecting men's socks and hats for homeless veterans. You can drop off until this Saturday at 14 Irrison Court. Gately Funeral Home is doing a coat drive. Melrose YMCA has giving trees, and Melrose Council on Aging is seeking adult and high school volunteers for their Snow Angels program, where you sort of adopt a neighbor and help shovel when it snows. Yeah. So
Great.
Yeah. All right. Are we doing super secret whatever secret Santa gift swaps, or do we want to go move into, what do you guys want to do?
Oh, that's a great question.
I don't know what this is about. I did not understand the text thread leading up to this. Last year, I went out and shopped local and got Tom Shampoo a very personal, thoughtful gift.
Mm-hmm.
And
Lovely
I'm not sure what's happening this year.
Okay, so this year, if you wanted to, you could think of some sort of Melrose experience that you want to share with the rest of us, like having hot cocoa in a parklet or something.
Right.
So
I will share my.
Okay.
I got to ride around with 3 friends in a van doing the live television.
That sounds so creepy, but yeah.
And then knocking on random doors.
A future thing.
Yeah, this is future.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what we have to gift. So
we could do that again. That's not a bad idea.
We could.
Oh, I see.
We're talking about future ideas.
All right. I think this needs to be further thought out, is what I'm hearing.
I think it's not that. I was confused by the experience / future, because I feel like it was experience that we already had, which is why I was going backwards.
We have to gift each other. We're going to gift each other a new experience. So here's what we're going to do for all the tens of fans that are watching. We are going to think about our gifts. We'll execute on them over the next few weeks. And then we'll come back and share what those were when we come back, because we have sad news to report to all of you that this will be, we're taking a break until the new year. So this will be our last show for a holiday break for a couple of so go cry in your LTMM mugs. But in the meantime, we have something to cheer you up. So
wait.
Okay.
Tom has something to say.
There's a couple of. Yeah, first of all, I have an experience in mind for you all, but it's going to require Mother Nature to cooperate. That's all I'm going to say.
We can put the word up.
But the second thing is, since the holiday weeks are coming up, and we're going to come back after the new year, I guess, and people are going to be wondering what to do for Tuesday night. Rooftop Christmas tree is probably like a top recommendation. The Christmas Contract. Another solid movie. Okay. And I just watched last week Christmas Train. Very compelling, big twist at the end. I'm not going to say any more than that. And then I will also say we just rewatched last night the Christmas Office Party, R-rated. Kids don't need to be around for that. But that's Jason Bateman and all the people. The whatever second, third, whatever watching it was totally held up. Go for it. So there you go. There's the recommendations.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
All right.
Thank you. That's very helpful for my next several Tuesday nights. I'm sure to do exactly that. All right. So if you guys remember, was it last year we did 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Melrose style? Okay. So this year for you guys, I have the 12 days of Melrose Christmas and other holidays. So, because we are exclusive. So
we're inclusive.
Yeah. So what I learned so I wrote it. So what I learned as I was practicing it is that it's very much too long, but one time through is too fast. So this is your modified version where I'm going to do the first, and then from the 6 days, and then from the 12 days. Okay. So, are you ready?
This is like the text thread about the
I'm confused.
Okay. So, all right.
Not following.
Just shut up and listen. This is the abridged version.
I just have one question. How is it too fast by going through it one time? Isn't that perfect?
It's just like you go through it and it's over. Like I just want a little. I want a little too soon. Yeah. Over too quickly. We want to
bask in the warm waters of this song longer.
That's right.
Okay.
So just listen, and apologies to everyone because I cannot sing. So bear with me. But here we go. Okay. Yeah. So, on the first day of Christmas and other holidays, my true love gave to me a happy one Melrose community. These are all. I'm pausing already. These are all.
Hand, so it's
I'm gonna start again because these are all factually correct, by the way. So here we go. So on the first.
Are we going all the way up?
Oh, just listen.
This is going well so far.
Okay, there we go. And on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a happy one Melrose community. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 nail salons, 5 liquor licenses, 4 talk show hosts, 3 commuter rail stations, 2 Elpon Swans, and a happy one Melrose community. On the 12th day of Christmas and other holidays, all the holidays my true love gave to me, 12 MHS drummers drumming, 11 city councilors, 10 pizza places, 9 coffee shops, 8 Hanukkah candles, 7 ward districts, 6 nail salons, 5 liquor licenses, 4 talk show hosts, 3 commuter rail stations, 2 Elpon Swans, and a happy one Melrose community.
Yay! Wow! Wow, that is fantastic. Factually correct. Now I know what you're talking about. That's fantastic.
That was brilliant. Brilliant job, Jenny.
Thank you.
That was really good.
I wish I could sing, but
First here. Heard it first here.
Thank you, Creepy Santa,
Thank you, Santa.
for all
Yeah,
your,
Santa
for
Claus
all
is
your
getting
support.
closer. He's been moving closer to you the whole show, by the way, Sam. He's been like little steps.
Oh,
Oh my God. Where's your hand, Sam? Where are your hands?
All right. I don't want to find out.
God. Anyway, all right. So we will.
What is happening?
I have no idea.
That's
We
you.
will-
I'm not
we-
doing any of this.
Oh,
We will-
that's not me. That's Santa.
Oh my God, it is so time to end the show.
Yeah,
So
it is, boy.
we wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and
All right.
We'll see you around town.
What?